kuma sun gani kuma sun jinjina gwargwado amma China sun masu sai tarado sun ji su ma kuma sun yaba da mu kokordo sai ku sai ta koyi da kun ga mu kokordo.
This is Freedom Global News.
Senate urges President Muhammadu Buhari to declare bandits as terrorists. Kaduna State government to shut down telecommunication services. Correspondent reports on World Heart Day. And on the foreign scene, Tunisian president appoints first female prime minister. Possessing a permanent voter's card is a duty to all citizens. Please ensure to acquire yours. Good evening. You're listening to Freedom Global News on 99.5 FM. I am Zara Zanna. Today is the 29th of September, 2021. And now the news in full. The Senate on Wednesday asked President Muhammadu Buhari to declare bandits as terrorists. The upper legislative chamber also asked the president to declare all known leadership of bandits wanted and prosecute them. Immediately, they are arrested. The Rick Chamber resolutions follow the motion sponsored by Senator representing Sokoto East, Ibrahim Gober, and 8 others. It also urged the president to direct the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, to urgently support all victims of banditry in Sokoto and other parts of the country. Following the consistent attacks, kidnaps, and killings of citizens by bandits, Kaduna State government has asked residents to prepare for a shutdown of telecommunication services, which is said may start today. The shutdown, however, would cover only councils bordering the troubled Zamfara and Katsina states, where military onslaught is ongoing. Governor Nasir El-Rufai said the security operatives are prepared to launch an offensive on bandits hibernating in some parts of the state. The governor said he had already written to the federal government on the shutdown, which he said had been approved by President Muhammadu Buhari. Kano State government is set to establish anti-street begging agency with strong ties with civil society organizations, among other stakeholders. Governor Abdullahi Umar Ganduje announced this while receiving the leadership of amalgamation of civil society organizations in the state during the State Executive Council meeting held on Tuesday at Africa House, Government House, Kano. A statement issued by Chief Press Secretary of the Governor, Abba Anwar, today noted that the delegation was under the team leader, Malam Ibrahim Weya, who led other leaders from different civil society groups to further strengthen calls for streamlining fight against street begging. And now on sports, Muhammad Sani Uba has details.
First Lady Aisha Buhari, Inspector General of Police Alkali Baba Usman, Nigeria Football Federation President Amaju Melvin Pinnick, and Special Advisor to President Muhammadu Buhari on Sports, Daniel Amokachi, among others, are among personalities listed for special honors at the 2022 Nigeria Pitch Awards. Organizers of the awards, Matchmakers Consult, yesterday at a media parley in Lagos, announced that voting for the 8th edition of the awards will commence in the last week of October, adding that the award ceremony will hold on March 26, 2022. Meanwhile, a member of the FIFA Council, Amaji Melvin Pinnick, said UEFA should demonstrate the same solidarity with Global Game over plans for biennial World Cups that was shown to it over the European Super League. Pinnick, the president of the Nigeria Football Federation, called on his UEFA counterpart, Alexander Chafrin, to apologize for suggesting European countries could boycott the World Cup if FIFA's proposal to shorten the gap between tournament to 2 years are adopted. In another update, Nigeria and Mali will compete in the forthcoming Women's World Cup 2022 qualifying tournament in February after emerging finalists at the just concluded FIBA Women's Aprobasket. Expected at the qualifying tournament are top-class teams, including World Cup host Australia and Olympic champions, the United States of America. And on tennis, Andy Murray won his first match 6-3, 6-2 in the San Diego Open after a late replacement saw him face lucky loser Dennis Kudla. Muhammad Sanuba, Freedom Radio.
The Global News is coming to you from Freedom Radio 99.5 FM. You can send your comments, opinions, and watch us live on Freedom Radio Nigeria on Facebook.com. You can get the link to both sites on our website, www.freedomradionig.com.
Masoyina, gaskiya na ji daɗin fitowar da muka yi don cin abinci.
Gamuwa na da ke na daga cikin al'amari ɗaya da ke burge ni a rayuwa masoyiyata.
Wannan taron kuma daga ina ta fito.
Kada ki damu, babu ne wanda zai bata miki wannan yammaci. Ala baki da labarin comics?
Sha maganin tarin comics. Maganin tarin comics?
Maganin tarin comics shine kake bukata domin samun sauki. Sai ka bare, ka sha, dan ka samu sauki. Kamfanin Orange Drugs Limited ke tallata shi. Sai ku hanzarta domin samun naku maganin tarin comics. Idan tari ya ci gaba bayan kwana 3, sai ku tuntubi likita. Yawwa, na samu sauki yanzu. Ina son ki abin kaunata, kuma ina son maganin tarin comics.
Comics. Easy to use, just drink, carry water. Duk lokacin da kake sanyi da majina, ingantaccen magani, ingantaccen taimako daga sanyi da majina. Duk inda ka tafi, duk inda ka je. Proco.
Aha, Proco na da paracetamol da kuma phenylephrine, magani mai sokaka daga sanyi da majina cikin minti 20. Proco ta kamfanin Orange Drugs Limited. Idan mun suka ci gaba bayan kwana 3, ka tuntubi likitan.
Welcome back. You're still listening to Freedom Global News on 99.5 FM. World Heart Day is celebrated on 29th September annually. It is aimed at drawing people's attention to heart illness and a range of associated issues. The day is celebrated to promote different preventive steps and change in lifestyle to avoid cardiovascular disease. Correspondent Aisha Aliyu Gezu takes a look at the importance of the day and files in this report.
Cardiovascular disease is the most common cause of death globally. Celebrating World Heart Day helps in promoting different preventative steps and change in lifestyle to avoid cardiovascular disease like heart attack, stroke, heart failure, and any other condition related to the same. An estimated 17 million people die from cardiovascular diseases every year. An estimated 17 million people die from cardiovascular disease every year, where coronary heart diseases or stroke were the major cause of these deaths. A common misconception about heart disease is that it infects more people in developed countries who are more reliant on technology and lead sedentary lifestyle. But more than 80% of deaths occur in middle-income and low-income countries. Fortunately, the main cause of cardiovascular disease are modifiable factors, which include lack of exercise, smoking, and a poor diet. Experts say that using medication that is not prescribed, especially pregnant women, can lead to babies born with cardiovascular disease. A consultant and cardiothoracic surgeon at Aminu Kano Teaching Hospital, Dr. Jamil Ismail Ahmad, highlights the main causes of cardiovascular disease.
And then high cholesterol in the blood is also causing heart diseases because it can block the blood vessels supplying the heart. The smoking, and this smoking can either be the active smoking, where someone is the one actively smoking, or passive smoking. If you stay with people who smoke and then they inhale some of the remnants of the smoke, it will also affect you.
Dr. Jamil also explained ways to protect oneself from cardiovascular.
The reason why babies are born with heart disease or children are born with heart diseases are usually because of some problems that occur while the fetus is in the uterus. That is when the mother was pregnant. These factors include one, if the mother has some diseases, like there's a disease we call rubella, which is a feverish disease associated with rashes. If it occurs within the first 3 months, because the first 3 months is very important, if it occurs within that time, then the babies can end up with heart disease.
The theme of this year's World Heart Day is harnessing the power of digital health to improve awareness, prevention, and management of cardiovascular disease globally. Aisha Ali Getso, Freedom Radio.
For tomorrow's weather forecast in some cities in Nigeria and parts of Niger Republic.
And tomorrow morning is expected to be partly cloudy and have light wind at a temperature of 23 degrees Celsius and change to 26 degrees Celsius with sunny intervals on light wind. Kaduna will experience thundery showers on light wind at a temperature of 21 degrees Celsius and change to 27 degrees Celsius with sunny intervals on light wind. Katsina will have sunny intervals on light wind at a temperature of 24 degrees Celsius and change to 29 degrees Celsius with a clear sky and a gentle breeze. Abia will be partly cloudy and have light wind at a temperature of 23 degrees Celsius and change to 29 degrees Celsius with light cloud and light wind. Lagos will experience thundery showers and light wind at a temperature of 24 degrees Celsius and change to 28 degrees Celsius with the same weather condition. Moving to Niger Republic, Maradi is expected to have sunny intervals and light wind at a temperature of 27 degrees Celsius and change to 31 degrees Celsius with sunny intervals and a gentle breeze. While in there, we have similar weather conditions with a temperature of 25 degrees Celsius and change to 30 degrees Celsius. Adekefi Bodam Lola, Freedom Radio.
And on business, Halima Abu Saleh has updates.
The Nigeria Economic Summit Group, NESG, has blamed state governments' overdependence on funds coming from the Federation Accounts Allocation Committee, FAAC, for their inability to improve internally generated revenue. Chairman of the group, Laoye Ayola, stated this today at the official launch of the Budget IT State of States report held in Abuja. According to him, the failure of governance at the subnational is written on the faces of millions of unemployed youths in every state, noting that urgent and pragmatic solutions are required to deal with the problems. Meanwhile, a federal high court sitting in Awka, Anambra State, today has ruled as discriminatory the cashless policy of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, across 6 states and the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, where bank customers depositing or withdrawing a certain amount of cash are made to pay financial levies of 2% and 3% of the amount. The judgment followed a suit filed by Anambra State-based legal practitioner Chijioke Fediora against CBN, describing the policy as discriminatory and offensive to Section 42 of the 1999 Constitution in Anambra, Abia, Lagos, Ogun, Kano, Rivers, and FCT, where CBN enforces it. However, the counsel for the CBN, Jackson Iragunima, in his submission, contended that the policy was not discriminatory and is for the well-being of the country. Halima Abu Saleh, Freedom Radio.
And on the foreign scene, Tunisian President Kais Saied has named Najla Bouden Ramdani as the country's first female prime minister, nearly 2 months after he seized most powers in a move his foes call a coup. Ramdani will take office at a time of national crisis, with the democratic gains won in a 2011 revolution in doubt, and as a major threat looms over public finances. Said dismissed the previous prime minister, suspended parliament, and assumed wide executive powers in July, and has been undergoing domestic and international pressure to form a new government. Last week, he brushed aside much of the constitution to say he could rule largely by decree. He named Ramdani on the provisions he announced last week and has asked her to form a new government quickly. The country faces a rapidly looming public finance crisis after years of economic stagnation were aggravated by the coronavirus pandemic and political infighting. We've come to the end of today's Global News. On behalf of the entire production team and I, Zara Zanna, thank you for listening.